Hi, right now we're going to go into this S personality, and the S personality really makes up like 60 to 70% of the population. So now we're going to be talking about the majority of the population. Okay, as you can see on this grid, the S personality actually falls on the right lower quadrant, and this means the S personality is people oriented, okay, and they do see the world as friendly, but they are not active in behavior. They're kind of passive, right? And they are interested in the process much more than the product. Okay, so these are the major guidelines to look at an S personality. So in general, a very high S personality is very, very stable, very secure, very steady, or the S words. They are amiable, very easy to get along. So if you say, oh, I'm easygoing, then most likely you are an S personality, right? They are deliberate. That means they do things quite intentionally. They are very dependable, persistent, right? And they are very understanding. They are the kind that always has this listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, or ears that can just listen to friends for all their problems. They are very predictable because they have routines and they like routines. You can tell, right? They like this food and they will always be eating this food, for example. They are good listeners, they are team players, they like to do things together with others, and they do get possessive. All right, if they owned a project, it's like they will see it through. Very, very loyal about things. All right, now can you see an S style when you see one? People say that most Singaporeans are very casual in their dressing. Yeah, most, all right, because it's hot, it's humid, so we all dress very comfortably. Now, the S style is like that. They like to be comfortable. They don't like to show off, so they like to blend in. So whatever dress they are wearing, it's comfortable, it's easy. They can stay in these clothes like for the whole day. No need to go and change, no need to fuss. Yeah, so they dress very comfortably and casually. And what you see, right, in their workspace or their possessions would be pictures of their pet dog, their mom and dad. You know, if this person is married, it'll be the wife, the children. So they're very relationship focused. So you have pictures of possessions, family members. All these give them a sense of security. Okay, and when you shake hands with them, they are very friendly. They won't bump your hands like the I personality, but they are friendly, right? It's a warm handshake, and when you look at them in the eye, they are friendly. They don't scare you with their looks, yeah. So they appear very easygoing. They are good listeners. They seem to be like so easygoing that sometimes it's like slow, right? They strive for status quo. They like things to be the same, predictable, and they can feel safe. You see, if you keep changing, it really ruffles them. All right, they really don't like change, especially with very little notice. They don't like it. Right, so they always ask questions when they don't understand, so they'll clarify why, are we doing this and so on. And because they are need to consult the team and all that, and they need to look at a lot of factors before they make a decision, they tend to say, oh, wait, before I decide, let me check. They will say, for now, yeah, but depends, if the weather changes, it won't be like. So they tend to make tentative statements, okay, and they may be slow, but they are firm, right? They actually got character, and also they can be, they may be slow, but they are firm, all right, and they really treasure friendship. You can count the number of friends they have. It's not like the I person, the whole world is their friend. But the S personalities know, you want to be my friend, you need to earn my trust. All right, and I only extend my trust to certain people. So if you're a friend with an S personality, right, you will have a friend for life. They display certificates of competence. In other words, if they are good, they will show you. All right, but it's not so much for the ego strength, but they just need you to know that they are good at this. And S personality is sensitive, all right, sensitive to criticism. They feel it, and they feel it for a long time, and they remember it for a long time. So be careful, all right? Now, the S looks at pace. Now, if you tell the S personality, okay, lady, or hello, you have 2 months to do this project. So the person will plan how they will do all these things in 2 months. They'll take the whole time. If you tell them, oh, actually, not 2 months, 2 weeks. Now, if that is the change that you present to them, at first you said 2 months, now you said 2 weeks, they would not like it because they don't like the change. But they will replan, all right? They will replan, they may not like it, but they will still plan it out and then do it. So they have this pace that they work with. They're very procedural. They really like to follow the way to go about doing things. So in that sense, they focus on the process, right? It's not just the end in mind, but I need to make sure that when I go there, I get the steps right. So they are very procedural, and they communicate by listening. They are very good listeners. They can hear the details, all right? They're careful. And what motivates them to do something is when the situation, the opportunities offers them security. So if there's a very clear job contract, if you work with us, you get all these provisions, it's going to be like that. So when it's very clear, they like it because they can now predict for the next 2 years, I'm going to do this, right? So they like that, and they love group inclusion. They really want to be on a team. They don't like to work alone, yeah? And when you shake them suddenly and you just say, okay, tomorrow you're not going to work anymore, wow, this will really affect them. Okay, so they actually fear insecurity. It disrupts them a lot when it's abrupt. Okay, so if your girlfriend is a high S personality and you are the D guy, wow, there's so many opportunities, let's move, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. Suddenly your girlfriend says, hello, you can't do this to me. I was just working on this thing that you just said last week, and now you're telling me things are changing. Okay, it gets very difficult because they can't handle that. All right, so they engage people by sharing their experiences. I've been here, I've gone on this OCP, I've done that. So they talk about their experiences, and they always ask why questions. They love to understand the why we do what we do, the whys and wherefores. Now, if you have an S personality on your team, and usually you'll get at least about 2/3 of people who are S personalities in general population. So you usually have 1 or 2 or 3 of them on a team. What benefits do you think the S personality will bring? Yes, they are very reliable. They are very dependable. Okay, once you say, we're going to do this, and they say they will do it, they will do it. You can trust them. They are very loyal team members. And then they are compliant, to authority. You will not find them challenging the authority. They say, but the boss said this, or but the director said this, or my advisor said this. They like to follow, because it's already been said, so let's just follow it. It's predictable, it's clear, it's safe, right? The rules are there. For example, let's say if you're going on a OCP, and then the travel advisory says, oh, there is this flu going on, if you want to go, you must have these flu jabs. Then the expert said, let's all go and get the flu jabs. We have been told this is the way to go, we will follow. The D person said, oh, maybe no need lah, where we are going is not so, the S personality will more inclined to say, let's do it as advised. Okay, they are wonderful listeners. They are the people who say, hey, just talk to me, okay, don't worry, I have the time, I have the patience, all right, and they have the ability to empathize. They can put themselves in the shoes of the person that they're listening to. And just like the I personality, who is very good with making peace, they are, because they listen, right, they are able to negotiate conflicts. They kind of understand better because they've been listening to the situation. So when they want to manage and help people reconcile, they're actually at a better position because they have listened to the whole story. So that's the value of the S personality. Now, what do you think is the weakness? I have a friend, she is a super high I. When she saw her husband, wow, this man is wonderful, he's so stable. Now, this man is a very high S personality, and she's wonderful. He's so stable, I can just depend on him and all that. Over the years in the marriage, it became very challenging because he wasn't changing. He's still the same guy forever and ever. And she was like, oh, wow, it's been very, very hard. So, the value of the S personality must be appreciated, right? They don't change easily, so that can become a weakness. While it provides a sense of security because they are very steady and stable, it can become a pain, okay, or a weakness because it takes a long time for them to change. But can an S personality change? What do you think? If you're an S personality, can you change? What will make you change? Okay, can talk about that in class. Now, the S personality takes a long time to adjust to change. A long time, but doesn't mean cannot change, right? Okay, good. They are sensitive to criticism. All of us are, but in that sense, the S personality is a bit more sensitive. Okay, and they tend to remember for a long time, so they kind of hold a grudge. So because they take a long time to process and think through things, so the ability to prioritize is also quite challenging, right? So many of us have a large part of our personality with the S traits, yeah? So that is why actually most populations you find the population is stable because most people are like that. And leaders who want to bring about change needs to convince the masses why they need to change. Okay, so as an S personality, how do you contribute to the stability of the team? Or conversely, how do you limit the agility of the team? Do you make the team slower in responding to change because you are kind of resistant to change? Okay, so understanding yourself actually helps you in terms of how you can function and contribute as a team member. Okay, so continue to be the loyal friend that you are and enjoy the stability that you bring to the group, but be aware of what it will take for you to adapt to change and how you can support the team when you're willing to change. All right, you don't have to, and you will need enough reasons and backup to change. I changed my job and I took like 3 months to make that change because I just needed time. All right, so we can do it. Given the time, we'll do it because we believe that by adapting, by changing, things can become better. All right, so enjoy who you are. You are the unique you. Enjoy.